Hello, I'm a cat called Meow. And look at the background. So, I actually already filmed this video last night at like 11 something PM. But then, okay, I made a background. I did it there. The background was so nice. I like this background. Like, it looks so dark and so nice. But I have to use a flash because my phone, if it film in the dark, jadi blur. So nice kan? That took effort, just like this one. This one took more effort. But then, I don't know how you guys film with flash. I was going to film in the dark and make it like but then my phone will jadi blur. Even now it's already blur, you see? Like the camera is memang like that, and I needed the flash, but then it was so hard. I don't know how you guys do it. I was like and I was seeing green dots everywhere. Sis, I can't read this. There's green dots everywhere. It's some stories. Sorry, I'm just typing it. Green dots. I see green dots everywhere. How am I gonna read this? Hello, I'm a cat called Meow. Hello, I'm a cat called Meow. And can you just appreciate that I made a background? I never make a background. You know, I got my view here. Like, I sengaja made a background, you know. Made a background. And it was supposed to be all nice and dark. And then I remember my phone, if it filmed in the dark, it become blur, you know. Like my hand will move like this, you know. So I have to use the flash. But the lamp, I tutup lampu just for this, but I still have to use flash. But hopefully it still looks dark. I don't know. So I gotta refilm this, but that's okay. I like my background, but I tried to make it spooky, but I don't know if it's spooky or not. Maybe it just looks like I'm going to sleep. You see, this is my blanket, this is my ukulele, because, you know, kids' toys, you know, kids are creepy. And then, yeah. And an unlit candle. Oh, and I'm supposed to light that unicorn. But never mind. I can't make it dark, I can't make it spooky because of my phone camera. But that's okay, I will try to make this as spooky as possible. I leave that all up to editing Meow. Hello editing Meow, you gotta make this as spooky as possible until you yourself are scared. Okay. Anyway, this is where I find games and rituals and stuff on the internet that you shouldn't play. And I evaluate, I understand, and I read it, and I tell it to you guys as entertainment. So please don't actually play all these games and rituals. Please don't mess with ghosts and demons. This is all for entertainment. I tell it in my own way, but every step is just as accurate as the original step. Just like I tell it in my own way. All credit goes to the ghostinmymachine.com, aka Lucia, for this game. And yeah, the Hooded Man ritual, I feel like it is a bit more underrated. Actually, this thing should not even be famous at all, but I feel like this one is a bit underrated because I didn't know about it yesterday when I found it. I was like, hey, I got such thing, but I never heard of Hooded Man ritual. And when I read it, I was like, hey, it sounds like 11 Miles ritual, you know, because it sounds like the 11 Miles one because there's a car, but then no. The only similarity is that it has a car. So yeah, in no way am I trying to be a paranormal channel. I'm not a paranormal channel. This is just for entertainment. Please don't actually attempt this game. This is just for you to hear. If you're someone like me who likes to listen to something spooky before you sleep, this one is for you. So anyway, without further ado, Hooded Man ritual, let's go. Number one thing that you should know is that this ritual should not be attempted in a state of agitation, nervousness, or fear. Players, you only need one player for this. You. Now, with every game you need something. So every game you need something. What do you need for this game? So first of all, what do you need? You need 2 black cords or ropes measuring about half a meter in length. But I know y'all Malaysians, you're not gonna take that cord and go to the ruler and measure. No, you are mine agak-agak. I feel you. So you get your cord and you mine agak-agak half a meter. Next, you need a telephone. A telephone. payphone. Yes, payphone. And it's actually better if you use the old-fashioned rotary telephone. Telephone. Even I don't know what is a rotary telephone, but whatever it is, here it is right now. Yeah, that's a rotary telephone. It's better lah for you to use that one. If you use the normal one, like the the normal one, your Asus, your Samsung, your whatever, can lah, but macam better you use the old-fashioned one. Next, you need matches or a lighter. As with all these rituals, you need what? You always need something like that, kan? Matches or a lighter. And actually for me, I don't know how to use a lighter. I'd be like chick chick chick, and there's like no fire. So for me, I'll use matches. I'm so old-fashioned, but yeah. And matches or lighter, so obviously you need a candle? No, you don't need a candle at all. What you need next is a watch, huh? A watch? Yes, a watch. A watch. There's no watch. And lastly, you need salt, garam. And you are ready to play the game. So, before you actually start to do the ritual, sis, I know you're excited, but you have to do another ritual first, huh? Yes, you need to do a cleansing ritual. You need to do a ritual before the ritual. You need to do a cleansing ritual at the place where you're going to do the ritual. Yes. This is the moment where you thought that girls are complicated, but then you realize the people who made this ritual are more complicated. The world is a confusing place. So, how do you do this cleansing ritual? You can burn a sage smudge stick, and also you can use salt and spray it at the door, and basically, yeah. You just need to do a cleansing ritual. Next, what do you need to do? Oh, this is the part where you don't want to do, but you have to do. You need to shut all the doors. You need to close all the windows. You need to draw all the curtains. Yes. Yes, go to every room in your house. Close every door, close every window, close all the curtains. You need to do that. And then when the house is in pitch darkness, that's probably when you regret this decision to play this game. So, next. Yes, you need to tutup all the lampu. Every single lampu in your house, like, you need to tutup all of it. And you need to tutup all your electronic devices, but you are probably cheating because you will be reading the instructions on your phone. So, I guess that's an exception. You can't hafal all these things, So, obviously, I think they will let you have your phone lah. Can. Then, you set your agak-agak half a meter to black cords. Get it ready. And you get ready your matches or the lighter and the phone. Put it all near the phone so that you're ready. Next thing you have to do, why I keep clapping, I don't know. Next thing you have to do is empty your pockets of all your power or protection items. I guess it means like some stuff like even religious stuff like your cross necklace. I'm not wearing one. Your cross necklace or like your Bible in your pocket. Wow, you carry your Bible in your pocket. Just get rid of stuff. If you can, I guess get rid of everything. But leave your watch. You need your watch. You need. And now you are ready to play. There is no backing out now. I mean, now you can. This next step, after you start this next step, sis, you're in for a ride. Step 1. Begin at night. Next, you need to sit down in front of the telephone and count to 13. Yes, 1, 2, 3 until 13. Then, you need leaving the phone on the hook, so don't take the phone. Dial the number 20496888. And then you need to take one of your half a meter agak-agak black cord and you tie it to the phone punya handset. And then you lift the handset. You angkat the handset, but don't touch it. Touch the cord only. So like you got the tali at the handset kan. You don't touch the handset. You lift it using the tali and you dial the number 255158823. Yes, there is no 0170120180190. No, you just do like this. Trust me. That's the number. Next, kan you dah angkat the handset kan? You count to 13 and then you set it down. But don't put it back on the cradle. They call it cradle. Don't put it back. Just put it like next to the phone, but put it down. And then you need to say something into the receiver. Obviously, you call people, you need to say something. Katakan like call for no reason. So you gotta say something into the receiver. You say, hello? I need a cab. But maybe in Malaysia you say taxi lah, because I don't think anyone says cab here. I think if you play this in Malaysia kan, hooded man also be like, huh? What is cab puppy? So maybe you want to say taxi, but I mean the instruction says cab, so I guess this hooded man is international lah. Next, what do you need to do? You need to take off the first cord. Then tadi you ikat it to the handset. You gotta untie it, and then you put it next to the phone, and then you gotta burn it. But if you cannot bakar it now, make sure you burn it as soon as you have this whole ritual at the end. And then you take your second black cord and then you tie it to the handset. So like you replace lah. Next, what do you do? after you, it's like after you order Grab, order, you know, all this, order Grab. It's like after you order Food Panda, order Grab, all of these things, you gotta wait for it to come, right? Obviously it's coming. So this one, it doesn't tell you, it doesn't show you 25 minutes away. No sis. This one you have to look outside. Open the window and look outside, and you should be able to see a black taxi, a black cab outside your house, or somewhere outside your house. So once you see there's a black taxi outside, go outside your house, or just go outside the building that you're in, and make sure you lock the door, lock the gate, whatever behind you before you go to the taxi. The taxi punya back seat, it will be empty, just for you. So you should just open the door and go inside the back seat and lock the door, lock the taxi door, and go to sleep. Okay, let me just spoil out. Most of this ritual is you sleeping. I'm not kidding. Most of this ritual is you sleeping. It's gonna be a fun one. So, when you sleep, you're gonna wake up, kan? So when you wake up, check your watch. You are still gonna be in the taxi, and you just wake up and check your watch. Check the time, and if it is another time other than 3:30, go back to sleep. So if it's 2:35, you know, 3 a.m. or whatever, any time other than 3:30, no, don't go back to sleep, I'm sorry. You should go out of the taxi and go inside your house within 2 minutes. You can't go for the ride. And this is 3:30 a.m. by the way. So make sure when you wake up, if your watch reads anything other than 3:30 a.m, get out and go into your house within 2 minutes. But sis, what happens if you wake up and you see your watch is 3:30 a.m? What do you do? Yes, I can go for the ride. Go back to sleep. I already said most of this ritual is you sleeping, so go back to sleep. Now that you're sleeping, because you woke up and your watch is 3:30 a.m, you can go back to sleep. When you wake up for another time, you will wake up for another time, your taxi will be on a highway. It will no longer be outside your house or whatever. It will be on a highway, sis. And guess what? Maybe you are thinking, you know, okay, where's the hooded man? Where's the hooded man? Sis, he is the driver. Hooded man is the driver. And when you wake up and the taxi cab, and the cab is on the highway, you will see the hooded man is driving. And according to people who have played this game, like I did, like I looked for people who have like played this game, they say that his hands is just normal. It's not skeletal or anything. It's just normal human hands. Just that it's tan. They say it's tan. Now, when you wake up, there's a few things that you should not do. Number one, you should not panic. Please don't panic. I know you're Malaysian. We'll be like, ah, you know, don't. Just don't panic. Number two, this one may be logic a bit, but maybe there's some stupid people out there who actually need this warning. Do not get out of the cab while it is moving. While it is on the highway, don't get out. Number three, this is very important because you are in a taxi and taxi can take other passengers. But I thought I called the taxi. The taxi just went. Yeah, but maybe other people also call the taxi. You never know. So this taxi can take passengers, but don't talk to them. And if it's even better not to look at them. And according to some people, they say that if you interact with the passenger will stab you. But according to those people who actually did this game, did this ritual, it's a different story, and I'll tell you later. So when you are ready to end your ride, which can be any time, it is recommended that you don't let it go on too long. So whenever you are ready to end your ride, you just need to lean close to the hooded man's ear. I'm not kidding. So this is hooded man. You're in the back seat, so you just lean close to his ear and you say, you gotta say this very clear, very deliberately clear. So it's like, I have reached my destination. Suddenly you turn British during the ride. No, I mean, as long as it's very clear, very deliberate, you can say it very slow. I have reached my destination. And you're done, sis. Go back to sleep. Yes, sleep again. You will fall asleep one last time after you said that to the hooded man, and you will arrive back at your starting location. So if you started at home, you'll arrive back at home. I don't know if it means you wake up in the cab but it's outside your house, or you literally wake up inside your house. Wow, what? Wow. But according to those people who actually played the game, they woke up in their house. So I don't know how do you get from the cab to your house. I don't know. So when you get home, when you wake up, you still need to end it. It's not over, sis. It's not over. You need to end this. You need to sit down in front of the telephone again. The telephone is still there, right? So you need to sit down there again and dial the number 200082. And then you're gonna use the black cord to angkat the handset again, and you set it down again, and you say thank you for the ride, and then you're done. But first, sebelum, you still need to untie the cord from the handset, take off the cord, and then you take that cord and the first cord just now, and you burn both of it. You need to burn both of the cord, and then you need to take the ashes, and then you need to tanam the ashes. After you tanam, you need to scatter it with salt. So you need to season it. Season like how you season ikan goreng. Yeah? So after you already season the kubo, you need to do one last step. Another cleansing ritual. Yeah, I told you. There's like, so basically, to do this ritual, you need to do 3 rituals. You need to cleanse first, and then the actual hooded man ritual, and then another cleansing ritual. So, you really want to do this, or are you as lazy as me? And then you're finally done. You're finally done with the whole thing. It says that if you feel threatened, if you feel any kind of like negative emotion after you call, or at any time during the ritual, you feel any kind of uneasy feeling, unsettling feeling, you should not proceed. I don't know why, but you should not. And if you got that feeling before you got into the taxi, don't go inside the taxi. It also says that you should not let it go on too long, because the longer the ride, the more difficult it is to emerge from the landscapes where the cab passes. I'm not sure what that means, but don't let it go too long. And you also should not let it go too long if you want to come back to the world where you came from. I guess it's a cab to another world. And it is unknown what happens when the cab stops. And if you feel adventurous, you can go out and find out. But don't count on finding your way home. That is it. That is the whole thing. So I find this one very interesting. I don't know what's the point of it. I don't get what is the, you know, like some rituals, they have a point to it, like the telephone. Is it the telephone? No, the shoebox ritual or something like that. Shoebox telephone. It's to people who want to contact their loved ones, you know, the dead ones. But I don't get what is this point of the game. I guess it's just a thrill. Honestly, I would do this just to see if the taxi really come, you know, because it sounds like it's too good to be true, you know. It's like the ghost paper challenge. If you guys know the ghost paper challenge, is you communicate with a ghost on the other side of the door through a paper. It will like write answers for you and then pass it through the door. That sounds very too good to be true, you get me? It's like this. It sounds too good to be true that you actually do this and actually a black taxi will appear outside your house. That is so wow. It sounds very interesting. And if I was very rajin, which I'm not, I would actually do this just to see if the black taxi is there, and then I won't myself. I would do this just to see if the black taxi come or not. Please don't do this at home. I'm not asking you to do this at home or anywhere. Now I did find some like people punya story on when they played this game, their experiences when they played this game. Whether or not these stories are real, I don't know, but I found them on Reddit, and all of them actually have the same experience, or almost the same. Basically, they got in and whatever, and they said that a passenger did enter. All of them, a passenger did enter. They tried not to look because you're not supposed to interact with the passenger, so they tried not to look. But then the passenger looked at them, and then they interacted with the passenger. And you might think, oh, so bodoh, you know, like why would you talk to the passenger? But the thing is, they said they were so mesmerized. And this passenger next to them, they said it was a man, but it was masculine, but they said like they're not sure if it's a man or a woman or what. But they said that it was he. They said he was so mesmerizing and so perfect. And they said that even his voice is perfect. And they said that he felt like a friend. Like they feel like they are so comfortable with him. And they said even his eyes change color or change shape. Like basically this person next to them, they said was very, very perfect and very beautiful. And they were so mesmerized that they had to talk. They had to talk to the passenger, and this passenger knew about the problems in their life, and they talked and talked throughout the ride. Throughout the ride, they just talked. By the way, this hooded man does not talk to you, he just stays silent. But this passenger, he talked to them, and they said he even had a crown on his head or something. And everything about this passenger was very, very perfect. So said that if they disagree with anything that passenger said throughout the ride, if they ever disagree with anything he said, they feel a pain. in their right rib cage. Right rib cage? I don't know. But basically in the right, they feel a pain. And then at the end, that passenger asked if, he asked them to call him father. All of these people say that this passenger told him to call him father. So this father asked them if they let him have a control in his life, in their life, so he will have a control in their life, have a hand in their life, and they agree. At the end, the passenger said something to the hooded man in another language, and then these people fell asleep, and then they woke up at home, and basically they survived the ritual. But then after that, they feel everything is going right in their life, but they feel like they have no control over it. If they were thinking about father and they tried not to think about him, they will feel a pain in their right rib. Obviously to me that sounds like Satan, because I mean the way they describe him is very beautiful, very perfect, very this, very that. I'm sure that the devil can make himself look like that, you know? So yeah, hope that was spooky. I'm sure it's not. I can't keep a straight face and like be like to you guys. I think I will just laugh, you know, I can't do that. So yeah, that is it for this. Hope you enjoyed this little spooky game ritual. Please don't actually do this. Again, all credit goes to the ghostinmymachine.com, aka Lucia. Sweet dreams.